Good afternoon, Faiss Flyers. My name's Caitlin, and welcome back to FAISSFLIX Fridays. Today is January 22nd, 2021, which is National Life Day. So just a daily reminder to give thanks to people who bring you joy. That's all for me, but here's some more information about Revert Week.
It's interesting that the things we cherish most are the same things we walk right by. They become so intertwined in the status quo that ultimately it becomes impossible to tell them apart from our day-to-day. That is, impossible until things change. Because as it turns out, that thing we call life, it has a say. There's a saying, you never really know what you have until it's gone. And sometimes it takes the most abrasive of reminders, the harshest of times, to help us recapture that perspective, to lift us up and show us what we had previously failed to see. And while our darkest moments test our strength, they push our boundaries, even transform our reality, they can also be the bridge that leads us exactly where we need to be. They remind us that sometimes it's not about how we spend our time, but who we spend it with. That quiet brings clarity, and the world can spin so fast that we forget to think about our place within it. It reminds us how humanity is bigger than the sum of its parts, and it takes just as much energy to build up as it does to tear down. It reminds us that no matter where we live, what we speak, or who we pray to, we're not so different after all. It reminds us that there is so much more good in this world than evil, so much more love than hate, and so much promise for tomorrow. Someday we'll look back on this moment with the lessons we've learned, the hardships we've faced, and we will be reminded of the miracle that is the human spirit, unwavering in its resolve, unbreakable at its foundation, stronger than we could ever comprehend. See, sometimes it's hard to look around and find a reason to be optimistic, to understand or comprehend why. But what we'll find is that if we look hard enough, immersed in the uncertainty, the disruption, and in some cases, the tragedy, there's something to be gained. A tiny candle flickering in the night that will eventually grow to light our way. Because that road to tomorrow is paved with hope. There are pages unwritten, stories untold, and a new chapter to begin.
Welcome back, Faiss Flyers, to another one of your weekly FAISSFLIX weather report with your weekly FAISSFLIX weather reporter, Celeste. As in Las Vegas, we don't experience very much white snow days. Colorado experiences very much different. If we take a quick look at the Colorado weather right now, it is currently 36 degrees outside with a 10% chance of snow. All this weekend, Colorado will be very chilly outside, so grab your coats and your scarves and get ready to shovel some snow. Back to another chilly Las Vegas weekend. There will be slight winds all this weekend, and it will be in the low 50s to 60s once again, at least in between. Thank you for watching this week's weather report, Faiss Flyers. I will see you guys next week with another FAISSFLIX weather report. Now on with the sports report with Mylene.
Thank you, Celeste, for that great weather report. Good morning, Faiss Flyers, and welcome back. I'm Eileen. I'll be giving you your sports report for this week. To start off, let's talk about the NFL. We are getting closer and closer to the Super Bowl. This week is the conference championships, which means there's only 4 teams remaining. All the games will be this Sunday. The first game of the day will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Green Bay Packers at 12:05 p.m. The last game of the day will be the Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs at 3:40 p.m. Who do you think will move on to the Super Bowl? And more importantly, who are you rooting for? Now it's time for the Strange Sports segment. This week's Strange Sport is shin kicking. This sport can be really painful. There are 2 contestants. They hold onto each other's collar and attempt to kick each other with their feet or toes. This game started in the 17th century. The game ends when an opponent calls out enough out of pain. Would you ever play this extremely painful sport? That's it for the sports report this week. As always, have a good Friday. And next week we'll be having our Super Bowl special, so make sure you don't miss it. Now on to Leah with Fab 5.
Thanks, Mylene. Hey Flyers, and welcome back to another edition of Fab 5 with Leah. This week we actually have a new addition to FAISSFLIX, Addison, so let's get right into it. First is that she was born in Nevada, but then she moved to New Jersey for 5 years. That's a pretty big move. Second is that she's played soccer ever since she was 2. Third is that she has 2 dogs. Fourth is that she loves horses. I do too. And fifth is that she enjoys drawing things and making things to give them to people, which is so awesome. That's it for this week. Make sure to stay tuned each week to learn more about your favorite celebrities inside and out of Faiss. Now on to Ari with What's Up Faiss.
Thank you, Leah. What's up, Faiss Flyers? My name's Ari. Welcome back to another amazing FAISSFLIX Friday. This week, Fab 5 has a little twist on it. I'm going to be telling you guys 5 of my favorite stores to shop at. Let's start off with the list. First, we have Shein. It's an online store, but it's totally worth it. It's so cheap and has a lot of cute things. Next is Paxum. They sell some really cute jeans, a little bit pricey, but so worth it. Then we have Nike. I love their sweatpants and hoodies. They're super comfortable. Next up is Zumiez. They have some fun stuff like beanies, and I get my Vans from there sometimes. And last but not least is H&M. They have super cute and affordable clothes. I hope this gives you some ideas on where to start shopping. Have a great weekend, Faiss Flyers. Now passing you to Mr. West.
Hey there, Faiss Flyers. This is your proud principal, Mr. West, with a few words of wisdom. We all know this week that on Monday, we had the day off from school. But that day off from school wasn't just a regular day off. It was a day to honor the life and the work of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and how he impacted civil rights in the United States of America, and really beyond the US into the entire world. So my words of wisdom today are a little bit about that. In 1995, at the Stop the Violence conference held on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day in Houston, Texas, hundreds of young people made the following pledge, and I hope you might as well. I pledge to strive to be a builder of peace. I pledge to rid violence from my ideas, my words, and my behavior. And I pledge to walk in peace among my brothers and sisters from this day, evermore. Today, take notice of your thoughts, your words, maybe your social media, your deeds. Remember that the ideas you embrace, the words you choose, and the actions you take not only shape your future, but they help shape the world around us. With something to think about, this is your proud principal, Mr. West. Let's make it a great day. Or not. The choice is yours. And mine.